The humid Karachi air hung heavy with the scent of jasmine and spices. It was a typical Friday evening, the day fading into the embrace of night. Laughter echoed from street vendors hawking their wares. Families strolled through bustling markets, their conversations a comforting hum. In a quiet corner of this vibrant city, nestled amidst winding lanes, stood a modest two-story house. Inside, dinner simmered on the stove, filling the air with the aroma of cardamom and cloves. The family within, oblivious to the encroaching darkness, shared stories and laughter, their home a sanctuary of warmth and light. Unbeknownst to them, a storm was brewing, a storm that would shatter the peace of their world and leave behind an indelible mark of tragedy. A frantic call tore through the night, a desperate plea for help piercing the tranquility. The calm before the storm had ended. The tranquility of the evening was shattered by the piercing wail of sirens. Red and blue lights painted frantic strokes across the now silent houses. Neighbors gathered, their faces etched with worry and disbelief as they whispered amongst themselves. Inside the once peaceful home, chaos reigned. The scent of spices was replaced by the metallic tang of blood. A body lay still on the cold floor, a stark contrast to the vibrant life that pulsed just hours before. The victim, a respected businessman named Mr. Hassan, was found lifeless in his study. The room was in disarray, papers scattered across the floor like fallen leaves, furniture overturned in a silent struggle. The only clue, a bloody knife found near the victim, a chilling testament to the brutality of the act. News of the murder spread like wildfire through the community. The quiet street corner became a stage for reporters and news vans, their cameras flashing, microphones thrust forward, hungry for every detail. The media, sensing a story that would grip the nation, descended upon the tragedy. Headlines screamed of the Karachi butcher and the brutal slaying. Speculations ran rampant, fueled by the lack of a clear motive and the ferocity of the crime. Every whisper, every rumor was amplified, casting a long shadow of suspicion over the once peaceful neighborhood. The victim's life, his relationships, his past, all became fodder for the insatiable appetite of the news cycle. Section 4. The prosecutor's stand, building the case. The courtroom buzzed with anticipation. The prosecution, led by the formidable Miss Amina Khan, presented a compelling narrative, meticulously weaving together a tapestry of evidence. Their prime suspect, Fahad Khan, a disgruntled former employee of Mr. Hassan. Fingerprints found on the murder weapon were a chilling match to Fahad's. Security footage from a nearby shop placed him in the vicinity of the victim's home around the time of the murder. Witnesses, neighbors who knew both men, testified to heated arguments between them in the weeks leading up to the crime. Ms. Khan argued with unwavering conviction, painting Fahad as a man driven by resentment, his anger culminating in a brutal act of revenge. The evidence, she asserted, was clear and irrefutable, pointing unequivocally to Fahad's guilt. Section 5. Defense's rebuttal, seeds of doubt. The defense, spearheaded by the seasoned Mr. Omar Zia, faced an uphill battle. They countered the prosecution's narrative with meticulous precision, highlighting the circumstantial nature of the evidence. They argued that while Fahad may have had reason to resent Mr. Hassan, mere motive did not equate to murder. The fingerprints, Mr. Zia argued, could have been planted. The security footage was grainy and inconclusive. The witness testimonies, he suggested, were colored by personal biases and the media frenzy surrounding the case. He proposed alternative scenarios, highlighting other individuals with potential motives, a jealous business rival, a disgruntled family member. The defense's strategy was to plant seeds of doubt, to chip away at the seemingly solid foundation of the prosecution's case, hoping to sway the jury towards a verdict of reasonable doubt.